Okay, I did not get Ismail. Guys, are you here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, guys, good to see you. I didn't. Why is the camera off? Yeah, Aydın, if possible, if no people around you, keep your camera on. Okay, Nargis, Ismail, the same thing for you. I mean, when you get tired or if you want to go out, do something, at that time you can turn it off for a few minutes. But otherwise, always just looking at the screen and talking and the voice is coming behind the screen, it's a bit weird. So guys, good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your holiday. And last time we started this paper, and I hope, I wish, I don't know, whatever it is, if you have practiced already, that's good. We will go much faster. If not, you will practice here. And Aydın, now let me ask you one question. And we actually practice a lot of problems, right? I think more than, let's say, 100 so far related to Sasmo.
Yes.
Do you feel that you have some kind of self-confidence now that, okay, now I can solve any Sasmo question? Do you have that feeling or not yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, very good. If you have this kind of feeling, that's great. You know, that's self-confidence. When you look at the problem, I can do that. I know the method. That's a great thing. And after that, by practicing a bit more questions, you can actually improve your thinking skill and a fast thinking skill, let's say. Yeah, let's continue. We did these questions. I think we solved the question 14. Yes, we not 14. Okay, we
16.
stopped here. 16. Yes, 16 to 25. So now we are going to solve these questions today. So
Can I read?
yes, read it. First, read it. Yes.
In the figure below, find the ratio of area of the shaded region to area of the unshaded region. My answer is 9/10.
9/10. How did you get it?
I found shaded area. S is 99, A is 108, S is 99, M is 126, and O is 108.
Okay.
Um,
It says find the ratio of the area of the shaded region to area of the unshaded region. So, Nargis, what's your answer?
9/10.
9/10. Aydın, how about you? Aydın, did you do that or not yet?
No.
Okay. Okay, actually, Nargis, your answer is, we will see, Nargis. Let's do this quickly, guys, together. Okay. So what is the question here? Find the ratio of the area of the shaded region to the area of the unshaded region. And suppose that shaded region, let me just denote this by ASH, okay? And what is the unshaded region? Unshaded region is the area of the whole triangle, a rectangle, minus the area of the shaded region, right? Because if you just remove the shaded region, and what is left behind? Only unshaded region is left. So now we know the area of the big rectangle, right? How many squares do we have here? Is it 1, 2,
25.
3? How many?
25.
25. Okay. So that
Unshaded,
A
yes.
is equal to 25 times how many height? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 8. So that's 8, right? And we have 200 squares. And what is the area of one square? It is 3 by 3, right? It is 9. So that's equal to 9. Okay, that's equal to 25 times 8 is 200. 200 times 9, that's equal to 1800. Okay, that's the area of this one. Now the next one is we need to find the area of the shaded region. Okay, so let me just start with S. Okay, what is S? And
S is
A
99.
And S, actually we have the
S
same
is
thing.
9.
And here we have M, and here we have O. What is the area of S? Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So
99.
11 times
11 times
99.
9, 99.
How about A?
A,
1,
A
2,
is
3, 4,
108.
5, 10, 12. So it is 12 times 12 times 12
9,
times 9. That's
9.
equal to 108. How about M?
M is 126.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11, 12, right? It is 13, 14. So there's 14 times 9. 90, 36, 126. Is that correct?
Yes. And
Okay.
0 is 108.
Oh, it's not 0, O, right? 1, 2, 3,
Ah,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 times 9, 108. Okay. So now if we just add this, we have two S's, right? Don't forget that we have two S's here. So the total area, now let me just write here, the area of the shaded region, it is 2 times 99 plus 108 plus 126 plus 108, right? Which is equal to, this one is 198 and plus it is 216 plus 126. That's equal to 198 plus 216 plus 126. What is it? That's equal to 540. Okay, so now if you substitute into here the area of the region, shaded region 540 over the total area 1800 minus
54
140.
over 60.
So if you divide numerator, okay, 540 over 1 at 108, 1800 minus 540, that's equal to 1260, right? Okay,
Yeah.
the zero cancels each other, 54, and divide by 54, okay, by 2, 27, by 2, 63. Now common factor is 9, so 9 times 7, and 9 times, no, 9 times 3. 9 times
Times
3, 9
3
times
and
7.
9 times 7. Yes.
So it is 3 to 7.
3 over 7. Yes.
So the answer is, the ratio is 3 to 7. Nargis, why? How did you get 9 to 10? Where did you make a mistake? Did you calculate like this? Nargis, first the area of S and A and
Yes.
M and O, and after that the total area of the shaded region, 540. The ratio means the area of the shaded, unshaded means the total area minus shaded part. And just simplify the fraction.
Okay.
Okay,
I
Nargis.
understand. Yes.
Ismail, what did you get? Your answer also 9 to 10 or 3 to 7?
9 to 10.
You made the same mistake. How come? You solved them together?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, 3 to 7. The answer is 3 to 7. Okay, that is the answer. Dot, dot, dot. The answer is 3 to 7. All right, let's move to the next question. Ismail,
All right.
read the question.
In a magic show, the magician placed 4 cards on the table, as shown below. Each card has a mass symbol on one side and a number on the other side. After showing the cards, he flipped over some, maybe all, of the cards and rearranged them. The new arrangement of the cards is shown below. How many of these 4 cards have an even number on one side?
Guys,
It's
think.
3.
Okay, don't say anything. Okay, think. Write your answer to the chat box. I will give you 1.5 minutes. All right. And maybe if you didn't try, try now. If you have tried, write your answer and think one more time. Okay, 1.5 minutes. Aydın, did you understand the question?
A little bit.
Say again.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yes.
Aydın, question is very simple. Here we have 4 cards in your hands, okay? On one side of the card, you actually write some numbers. On the other side of this actually cards, you just put some symbols or signs, math symbol. As you see here, first we have 4 cards, right? Actually, here we have multiplication, subtraction, addition, and division, right? So that means that behind these cards, let me just write here the first 4 cards. And that's the front side. And back side, let's say these are this. Okay. So I know from here that actually what symbols are written here. That is plus, minus, multiplication, and division, right? So now from here, it says that, for example, okay, here we have multiplication and subtraction, right? And do we have multiplication, subtraction here? We don't have. That means that behind multiplication, we have 3 or 2. Behind subtraction, we have 3 or 2. Actually, it doesn't matter which one is. That means that if behind multiplication, if we have 3, then behind minus sign, it must be 2. Okay, so now this multiplication already used. Behind this, we have 3. And behind this, we have 2, right? Already. So now that means that behind this 8, right, it must be plus. So behind 8, it must be plus. Okay, done. And that means that behind this 2, it must be division, right? So what is the question? How many of these cards have an even number on one side? How many? It is 8, 2, 2. So the answer is 3. Ismail, your answer is correct. Did you solve it like this, Ismail?
Yeah.
Okay. Aydın, did you understand now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on. Aydın, it's your turn. Read the question.
Okay. A bar chart below shows the number of cards sold in town A in the first half of year 2015. All the horizontal lines are equally spaced. The difference between the number of cars sold in a month with the highest sales and the number of cars sold in the month with lowest sales is 16. How many cars were sold in first half of the year?
Can I say my answer and solution?
Yes, Nargis, tell me.
My solution is this x, and this is 2x, and this is 4x, and this is 5x, and this is 4x,
Yes,
this is 6x, and
I
6
calculate in this way.
minus x, and this is 60, and x is equal to 12. The answer is 12.
But here the question is, how many cars were sold in the first half of the year?
22 times 12. And this is called 244.
244
right?
or 64?
264.
64, right? Because 12 times
Yes,
24.
264.
Here, altogether, 2x plus 4x plus 5x. Here we have x and 4x and 6x together. That is 22x. And the value of x is 12. And that's why we have 264. So in the first half of the year, 264 cars were sold. Very good. That's great. Okay, let's move to the next question.
It's my turn.
Yes, Nargis, read it.
When 70 is divided by x, it gives a remainder of 2. When 121 is divided by x, it gives a remainder of 2. What is the value of x?
What is the value of x? Okay,
My answer is 17.
17. How did you do that?
Can I write?
Yes, write it. Let me see quickly.
Okay. 70 divided by x, and this is y, and 2. 100.
Nargis, why don't you write it like this? Because when divided 70, right? So you better write like this. 70 is divided by x. So here we have x times and quotient, and remainder is 2.
Yes.
And when 121 is divided by x, like let's say this one is quotient is q1, now it is q2, and then it gives a remainder of 2 again.
Yes.
So what is the value of x? If you just write like this in division algorithm, that is much, much better. And also you need to practice how to write like this. As I told you, for example, if I divide 17, like for example, 5, the quotient is 3. 3 times 5 is 15, and the difference is 2. So now how can I write this relationship between 17, 5, 3, and 2? I can always write it as 17 equals 5 times 3 plus 2. You need to practice how to write the numbers in this way. So now, as you see here, this one is 2 and 2. If you subtract side by side here, 121 minus 70. What is it? Is equal to 51. Now, if you subtract the 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So here we have x is a common factor. Take this out. I have here q2 minus q1. And what is 51? 51 is 3 times 17, right? So that means that x is either 3 or 17. If x equals 7, the difference should be 3. If it is 3, it should be 17. The question is, what is the value of x, right? So for example, if x equals 3, what happens here? So 70, right, is equal to, what is it? 3 times 3 plus 1. It doesn't leave a remainder of 2. That's why this x cannot be equal to 3. So that means that then x should be equal to 17. So if it is 17, as you see here, 70, I can write it as 4 times 17. Not like this, actually. I should write like, we are divided by 17, right? 17 times 4 plus 2. And how about 121? That is 17 times 7 plus 2. So the value of x is equal to 17. Okay, Nargis, try to write always in this form, because if you divide any number, let's say any number by d, okay, and we have quotient here, and here we have remainder. Always try to practice, writing in this way. Anyway, guys, very good, Nargis. That's a correct answer. That number is 17. Let's move to the next question. Ismail, I think it's your turn. Ismail, read the question.
The figure below consists of 4 identical squares. Consists of 4 identical squares. Identical squares. The length of each square is 3 centimeters. Some of these figures are placed next to each other to form a larger square. What's the least possible perimeter of the largest square formed?
The figure below consists of 4 identical squares. The length of each square is 3 centimeters, and some of these figures are placed next to each other to form a larger square. What is the least possible perimeter? Okay, very good. So what did he get?
Can I say?
Yes.
My answer is 24. Yes. Teacher, I solve like this. Like smiles.
Yes, I too.
Is it correct?
I'm thinking some of these figures are placed next to each other to form a larger square. What is the least possible perimeter of the larger square formed?
Mr. Kazim,
Okay.
we change the location of the figures.
If it is 3 at the time 6, it will be 24. But it says the least possible perimeter. Okay. All right, guys, let's continue. Okay, because here, what I just saying, the question, something is missing, I think, because some of these figures, or maybe they want to say some of these figures are placed next to each other to form a larger square. Okay. Nargis, Ismail, and Ali, Aydin, if I ask you a question in this way, how would you solve this? Okay, instead of, for example, let's say we form 4 squares. Okay, the side of each square is like, let's say, matchstick from here to here, and I'm just using some matchsticks, right? And like this. All right. So matchsticks, how many matches do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? We have 13. So now we are removing this, moving this. This piece may be somewhere else, this one somewhere else, this one somewhere else. And just moving these pieces, you are going to form a square. At the time, how actually would you form a square? Can you think about this? If you have even matchsticks, you can try with matchsticks, okay? So moving this one, we are going to form a square. Here we have, how many pieces do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So if I have 13, using 13.
13 times 3.
No. We are just going to form a square like this. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, I think just let's leave this for now, okay? You need to think about this. And suppose that if you have this question, can you just take a matchstick, okay, put them first to form the square, and after that moving these matchsticks, okay, can you just form a square, number one? All right, if you can form a square, what will be the perimeter of the square? You can just look at this in any way you like. Because if you have 13 pieces, right, with 13 pieces now, you cannot form a square, just putting them next to each other. And maybe if they're asking that by figures, at the time, Nargis, your answer is correct, because this one is just moving here, and it will be this one, and the length of this one is 24. At the time, this question will be very easy question, very simple question.
Yes.
I think actually here something is missing in the question, but they mean here we have matchsticks. Okay, using 13 matchsticks, we form a square. By moving these matchsticks, can we form a square? Okay, that's a question. And after the next time, we will discuss together. Okay, next question.
Can I read?
Yes, read it.
The figure below is a rectilinear shape. What's the perimeter of the figure below?
Okay, what does rectilinear mean? That means that all sides are straight lines. And what is the perimeter of the figure below?
Can I write my solution?
Okay, Ismail, very good. I can see your solution. What did you get, Ismail? Ismail, what's your answer?
My answer, total, my answer, I don't write the answer.
The answer is
72.
no.
Or
The answer is
or
80. 80.
The answer is 80.
Yes.
Aydin, did you solve it?
Is that 56?
Like, for example, perimeter means the length of the boundary, right? So if I just add, for example, the bottom part, let me start from the bottom part, that is 18. And how about the horizontal lines? This plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, that's also equal to 18. So that's equal to 18.
18.
A vertical line, this one is plus 10. Okay, this is done.
It's 70.
Plus
It's
8.
8 plus 2.
Right? And
Plus 2.
how about this one? This one is
Plus
4
2 is 2.
plus 2 plus 4, right? So that's equal to 10. And how about here? This one is 8, right? Actually, this one is also 6. It should be 6. Also, this should be 4. 4 plus 6, it is 10. And 10 plus 6, so that's 16. So that's equal to 36, 46, 54, 26. That's equal to 80.
Yes, my answer is correct.
Very good. If you got 80, and then what is the method here? First, just actually calculate the length of all the lines which are horizontal, and after that, which are vertical. That's why, because it's a rectilinear. That means that the sides are either a vertical or, actually, we don't call it like this, but all sides are parallel. I mean, not parallel, straight line. Next question. Aydin, can you read the question? It's Aydin's turn, I think, right?
Yes. 6 machines can produce 150 parts every 30 minutes. However, the manager discovered 10 defective parts every 40 minutes from each machine. How many additional machines are needed to produce 1,050 functional parts every hour?
6 machines can produce 150 parts every 30 minutes. Okay, let me just write here, we have machine and parts and the time in minutes. So 6 machines can produce 150 parts in 30 minutes. 30 minutes means, okay, let me just write in 30 minutes, 30 minutes. However, the manager discovered 10 defective parts, 10 defective parts every 40 minutes from each machine. How many additional machines are needed to produce 1050 functional parts every hour? Okay. Guys, and here it says that, however, the manager discovered 10 defective parts every 40 minutes, right? From each machine. So what does it mean? It means that if I just write here defective part means here we have, let's say, machine and defective parts and time. Here it says that one machine, right, from each machine, and one machine 10 defective parts in 40 minutes. That means that how about if I divide? Because if you have more time, more defective, right? Defective means not properly, defective, right? It's not, some part is wrong. It's not, it doesn't work properly. Because if you divide both numbers by 10, here I have 1, here we have 4. That means that one machine in 4 minutes, actually they are producing one defective machine. Okay, the question is, how many additional machines are needed to produce 1050 functional parts every hour? Okay, so how do we solve this? 1 hour and 1050 to produce 1050, right? One machine. Actually, here we have 6 machines. 6 machines can produce 150 parts every 30 minutes. However, the manager discovered 10 defective parts every 40 minutes. So that means that 6 machines, right, every 40 minutes. So in 4 minutes. Okay. Anyway, 6 machines, right? How about if I multiply this by 40? 4. 120 multiplied by 4, here we have 600, right? So we have more machines, they can produce more, right? So that means that one machine divided by 6, and here we have 100 in 120 minutes. So one machine can produce 100 parts in 120 minutes. But actually every 4 minutes, right, actually it just produces one defective part. So now again, if I just divide this both by 4, because by 3, it will not be divisible by 3. By 6. All right. Yeah, even this one. Okay, let's just for find one machine in 30 minutes. How many producing? 150 divided by 6, that is 25. And here we have 30, right? And how about in minutes? In 30 minutes, right? It's 25. And at the time, in how about in 1 hour? One machine in 60 minutes, they produced, multiplied by 2, it is 50 machines, right? So how about 40 minutes divided by 3 and multiply by 2? 100 over 2. Okay. One machine, 50 in 1 hour, 60 minutes. So one machine in 1 hour or 40 minutes. Oh, it's confusing. Nargis, did you solve this question?
No, I can't solve this.
Let's do this from the beginning. Look, now Sometimes, you know, we try to solve a question, but it takes a long time. Let me just do like this. First, here, let me just write here machines. And here we have, what is it? Let's say minutes, time. And here we have total parts produced. Okay. Now from here, we know that it's given that 6 machines, right? In 30 minutes, they can produce 150 parts, right? And how about if we have only one machine in 30 minutes, how many can they can? Because only one machine works if I should divide this by 6, right? So one machine can produce 25 parts in 30 minutes, right? And how about in 60 minutes? One machine can produce in 60 minutes how many? 50 parts. Okay. So now how about machines means, and if we write here, let me just write here machine and the minutes, and here we have defective parts. In the question, it says that the manager discovered 10 defective parts every 40 minutes from each machine. So if one machine is working in 40 minutes, right, one defective part is produced. That means that in 20 minutes, right, in 20 minutes, what is it? 40 minutes, 10 defective, right? It is 10 defective parts. In 20 minutes, then he will actually, the machine produces 5 defective parts. And how about in 60 minutes? In 60 minutes, right? Just multiply by 3. And because if you have more time, they produce more. We have less time, they produce less. And multiply by 3, 60 minutes, they produce how many defective parts? They produce 15 defective parts, right? Now, what is the difference here? If you look at this, in 1 minute, right? Let me just take this in rectangle box. So in 1 minute, right? One machine, in 60 minutes, they produce 50 parts, total parts. But actually here, one machine in 60 minutes, they produce 15 defect parts, right? So what is the difference actually produced in 1 minute? So here we have functional part. Let me just write here the machine here, minutes, okay? Then here we have functional parts. So in 1 minute, right, a one machine, in 60 minutes, right, the difference, because 50 producing and 15 of them, they're not good. So that is 50 minus 15. So the functional one is 35. So that means that one machine in 60 minutes, it produces 35 functional parts because 15 of them are defective. We have to send it back to the factory. They have to reproduce this, and altogether they actually produce 50, and only 35 of them are it is ready for sale. So what is the question here? It says how many additional machines are needed to produce 1050, right? So to get 1050 here, I should multiply this. What number times 35 is 1050? So here we have multiplies by like 30, for example, 30, and the time does not change, right? It's 60 minutes, and 30 times 35, 30 times 35, that's equal to 1050. So that means that how many additional machines are needed to produce 1050 functional parts every hour. So in 1 hour, if we have 30 machines, 30 times 35, they can produce 1050 functional parts. What method did we use here? Okay, just first you need to find in 1 hour how many total machines are produced, and in 1 hour how many of them are defective, and you need to find the difference. What is the difference? The difference gives us the functional parts, and after that just divide this 1050 by 35, and we will get this number, and multiply the number of machines, because if the time is not changing, if we have more machines, they can produce more, right? That's why if you multiply the number of machines, and also we need to multiply the number of production here. Anyway, that is the idea, Nargiz, Aydin, Ismail. One more time you have to read this and try to solve using this method, okay? Let's continue. Question
Is it my
23.
turn?
Yes.
Some triangles can be formed by connecting 3 points as the vertices in
Vertices.
the diagram below. Vertices, okay. In the
Vertices.
diagram below. Okay. How many triangles can be formed in total?
Some triangles can be formed by connecting 3 points as the vertices in the diagram below. How many triangles can be formed in total? What do you think? Nargiz, Ismail, Aydın, Sunay?
I have no idea.
Let me just show you some of them. For example, one way is like this, right? One way is like if I just join this one, I can get one triangle, right? And another one is, for example, okay, this is one, right? Another one is this one, right?
Yes,
And two, and another one is how about like this?
like this.
Like this. Three, right? Now, upside down, let's do this a bit later. Okay, first, let's looking upward. Another one is how about like this?
4.
It's number 4, right? And another one is how about these two? Right?
Is it 10 triangles?
Yeah, of course. It says that some triangles can be formed by connecting 3 points as vertices in the diagram below. How many triangles can be formed in total? So this one actually about this triangle, right? Joining these two, and this one, they are different triangles. I mean, the same, but their location.
Triangles.
We are using different points to form those triangles, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I will count you. How many did you count? 5. And how about this one again? This is 6, right? And now
this picture have a 8 rectangle triangles.
wait, how about this one? This is another one, right? And one more. And also, how about this one? Right? And the last one is, I think, because we are just moving from left to right, the last one is this one. So so far, Nargis, how many did I draw? 9, right?
13.
9, yes.
So actually the same version, if I just draw this upside down, for example, look at the last one. And also I can draw this like this, right? I can draw this like this, for example. What is it? Upside down. All the triangles I draw, I can just change them upside down. And plus 9 also actually, the same. So altogether, how many? I can draw 18 triangles using these 3 dots. Okay, because here again, once again, because whatever you're drawing this, actually using once again, I can draw, for example, A, B, C, right? And the same thing, if you just reflect this, I'll just draw this one. Right. And how you should understand this one, okay? You should understand like this. Here we have, let's say, A and B, C, D, E, F, okay? So now using these letters, okay, how many triangles I can form, all right? So that actually every time we are forming, I mean, the vertices are different. I can just count. As see, one is ADE, right? Another one is ABE, for example. It's different. Another one is ADF, for example, right? Another one is this one, for example. As see, all of them are different. Another one is this one, for example, using different vertices. Another one is this one, for example. Like if you count, actually, we can get 18 triangles. Anyway, let's move to the next question. Oh, it's a long question. Who can read this question? Aydın, are you here?
Yes.
Can you read this question a bit louder?
Okay. John and his brother Luke are playing with their dog. John and Luke are at the two ends of straight road, 5 kilometers apart. They start running towards each other at the same time. John's speed is 15 km/h and Luke's speed is 10 km/h. At the same time, the dog starts running at constant speed of 20 km/h from John to Luke. Once it reaches Luke, it immediately turns and runs back towards John and so on. The dog stops running when John and Luke meet. Find the total distance covered by the dog.
That's very interesting question. Did you understand the question? Here we are talking about John and his brother Luke, right? And they are just standing a straight path. This one is John and this one is Luke. And John and Luke are at the two ends of the straight path, which is 5 kilometers. So the distance is 5 kilometers, right? And they start running towards each other at the same time. And John's speed is, what is it? 15 kilometers per hour. And Luke's speed is, what is it? It is 10 kilometers per hour, right? They are actually running towards each other. At the same time, your dog starts running at a constant speed of, let's say dog's speed, not speed like this. And let's say speed of the dog is equal to, what is it? 20. It is 20 kilometers per hour, right? Once it reached Luke, right, it immediately turns and runs back towards John, and so on. The dog stops running when John and Luke meet. Find the total distance covered by the dog. Did you understand the question, Nargis, Ismail, and did you solve it?
No.
Okay, the question is very simple, all right, and the solution is also very simple. Only we should understand the problem, what's going on here, and after that we can solve this very easily. Okay, so now we can just think that, okay, these people, they are running towards each other. Okay, now they are running each other. Here, every time the dog is running from here, right, running from here, and again comes back, and again comes back, and comes back, blah blah blah, right? So, and if I ask the question, okay, Nargis, let me ask you the question. How long does your dog runs?
Four.
Okay, let me ask you the first question, this one, Nargis, first answer this question. After how many hours John and Luke, they meet each other? After how many hours?
5.
To find, right, actually the distance is 5 kilometers. Let me just
Yes,
solve this
5
here. The
kilometers.
distance 5 kilometers. And since they are running towards each other, right, and how fast they are approaching each other, we need to add their speed. Speed of John, it is 15, right? And speed of Luke, it is 10. And here it takes time, it is t. I don't know how many. This one is distance, 5 kilometers. and this is their speed and time, because we know that distance is equal to speed times time. And they are running towards each other. That's why we are adding their speed. Now from here, what is t? T equals 5 over
5
15
over
plus
5
1.
over
It is
25.
25. So if you simplify this, that's just equal to 1
1
over 5
over 5.
hours. So what should we understand from here? That means that actually it's saying that the dog is running until they meet each other, right? So which means that the dog is going to run for how many hours? This many hours. So we know the dog's speed, right? What is the speed of the dog? The dog's speed
20
is,
kilometers.
it is 20 kilometers. So now if
And
I want to find what is the distance traveled by the dog, that is
20
just his
kilometers
speed
times
in
1
times
over
time,
5.
which is equal to speed is
20
20 times 1 over
plus
5,
1 over
that's
5.
equal to 4 kilometers.
4 kilometers.
Okay, Aiden, very good. If you could solve like this, that's great. I mean, it is a bit confusing, but if you understand the question and the distance traveled, that's just speed. If you know speed and how long did he run, and multiply time by the speed, we get the total distance covered by the dog. Okay, guys, that's the last question, and we will finish this question. That's a bit tricky question, and we'll just start this, but I will give you as a homework, because if we try to solve this, it takes a lot of time. Okay, so what we have to understand is, again, it's the alphabetic. We know that actually different letters stand for different digits, right? And also another condition is the first letter. It cannot be equal to 0. It is different from 0. Okay, and we are multiplying, right? We are multiplying 4 by, what is it here? We have 5-digit number, right? Again, we have 5-digit number. Now from here, what are the possible values of S? S cannot be equal to 1. Nargis, can S be 3?
What?
Can S be 3?
S can be a 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Yes, S cannot be equal to 3, right? Otherwise, here
3.
we will have 2-digit numbers. So it can be either 1
1 and 2.
or S should be
Oh.
equal to 2. So now we have to consider this case separately. How about if S equals 1? What happens here? How about if S equals 2? What happens here? Okay, then we should try to find this question, okay? Because it takes time, try at home. Okay, if you get any answer, let me know. And next time I can just explain, because now if we try to find together, it takes 5-10 minutes. Okay, this kind of questions. All right, guys, thank you very much for today. That's enough. We will continue. Aydın, did I share 2016 P6 with you?
No. No.
Okay, if not, I will share, okay, 2016 P6. Try to practice those questions until next class. So we will continue. Guys, you are doing very well. I really appreciate your time and effort, and I hope you will get a good result, okay? Only 4 weeks left. Try to practice more questions. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. See you next week.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.